Hey everybody, so I know it's been a long time since I've done a video, and I actually have like a totally different Facebook, but man, I've been going through a lot. My family's been going through a lot, and you know, when you feel like your life is falling apart and you've hit rock bottom, just a lot of questions arise. You know, it makes you think about your life and what you actually believe in, and where you truly stand as a person, and what your purpose is, and why am I here, and why am I dealing with all this, and you know, I don't deserve this, or whatever the issue is. But you know, for me, these kinds of questions, they really get to me sometimes because yes, I've made some insanely horrible mistakes in my life, and I'll have to answer to God for those, just like we all will. But I also try really hard to be a good person, and I lose touch with God like we all do. And so I got this Bible. I'll show it to you real quick. It's called the Life Recovery Bible. And it's just because so much has been going on personally that, sorry, I just worked like an 11-hour day, so I look terrible. But I like this Bible because it has kind of like commonly asked questions. You know, when you're really in doubt and you're really at your rock bottom, and you start asking, like, does God really exist? Does he really care about me and my trivial problems? And like, when everything just seems to be falling apart at the seams, something that's kind of occurred to me lately is that I'm trying to look at this as a reset and a time to really think about what, you know, like, what I've been doing with my life. Is this what I should be doing? Is it time to change courses? Is it time to stand and continue doing what I am doing? And so I want to read this devotional to you, and I hope it's not boring, but it really ministered to me. It's based off of Job 14, 1-6. It says, "We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. One thing that may make it hard to believe in God is that life often seems unfair." How many of you can yeah, it's pretty unfair. I've definitely felt like that lately. We didn't ask to be born into a dysfunctional family. Newsflash, we're all dysfunctional families, so don't feel alone in that. We didn't have any say over our abuses and injustices we have suffered. We didn't choose our predisposition towards addiction, and yet we are held accountable for things we can't control on our own. This makes it hard to initially turn to God as the power to restore our sanity. He seems unreasonable in his demands. Job understood these feelings. In the midst of his suffering, he said, "How frail is humanity? How short is life? How full of trouble." Feel that right now. "We blossom like a flower and then wither. Like the passing shadow, we quickly disappear. Must you keep an eye on such a frail creature and demand an accounting from me? Who can bring purity out of an impure person?" These are really good questions. Questions I've asked many times. Ones that most of us have asked. Ones that most of us have asked in one form or another. Job persisted in his questioning because deep inside he believed God to be good and fair. Even though life wasn't, he was honest with his emotions and questions. But we never stopped seeking God. He never stopped seeking God. There is a good answer to this question Job posed, one that will satisfy both our heart and our mind. It will be found, however, only by those who are willing to work through the pain and the unfairness of life and still seek God. Those who seek him will find him. In God's loving arms, they will also find the answers they seek. The thing that occurs to me is people like Job and David and Moses. And if I thought about it, I could come up with a huge biblical list of people that ask the same questions that we ask today. And sometimes I feel like the Bible becomes very unrelatable to us. And maybe it's the way it's been presented. I'm not sure. But, God's not afraid. He's not afraid of our honest questions. He's not afraid of my insecurity, and he's not afraid of my fear. He's not afraid of yours. He's there with you. He says he will never leave you and never forsake you. And trust me, I have had some serious doubts and some very gut-wrenching experiences lately. And I am by no means perfect. I am just like David. I am just like Job. I am just like Moses. Like, I have done some horrible things and that I'll have to be accountable for. And it seems unfair because life circumstances just present you with things and you have to make a choice. You have to figure out what to do. And if you're not seeking God, and if you don't, this is key. If you truly do not see God as a loving, kind Father, your filter that you're filtering life and its happenings through, it's going to get very distorted. And I'm so guilty of not studying and not listening to God and not spending time with him. But I just want to encourage you from a place of a lot of hurt and life just throwing so much at me, that God is not the one orchestrating your hurt, and he's not the one orchestrating your circumstances to be hard, but he does want to help you through them. And not only that, he wants to make you stronger through them. And so I really encourage you, if you have a Bible, if you have a study Bible, if you have a recovery Bible, find the translation in the Bible that you need. Find a Bible study. Find a group of people that are Christ believing and seek it, because you don't know what life's throwing at you. And life has thrown me so many curveballs the last 6 months or so. But you know what? It doesn't matter what other people think. If you're seeking God and you're listening to his voice and you're doing what you feel like he's telling you to do through his word, that's our filter. Because some people get these psychotic ideas like, God's telling me to kill everyone that's not like me. That's not of God. That's not of God. Okay, read your Bible. Get to know your Bible. Get involved with a positive group of people that's going to encourage you and uplift you. And I don't really know how to end this. I just felt very led to share this. Life sucks. You go through times where it sucks, and then you go through times where it's like really everything's great. But either way, God's with you. Either way, he doesn't leave you. He is the only person you can depend on to never leave you. So I hope this came as an encouragement. It came from a very raw place of emotion. I hope it didn't make anybody uncomfortable. But I love you guys, and I hope it uplifts you and gives you some comfort and gives you some strength. So peace out. I'm going to go to sleep. Bye.